All right, guys, to watch this video for the last day of July, Tuesday, July 31st. The SPY 2 days down, right back into that kind of that breakout area and the 20-day. So, a lot of stocks were just grinding lower. It really kind of felt like an ugly day, but, the market's holding up fairly well, in my opinion. And here's what we'll be watching tomorrow. DEPO. Had this nice pop back here and it's kind of chopping sideways, and then today starting to curl up out of this consolidation. Want to watch that one tomorrow. Remember, I'm a day trader. I'm looking for things I might catch a trade in tomorrow and in cash every night. SYF, hold on, I might take this one off. Had this big volume spike today. It's sort of interesting to me over 30 because it popped the other day to 30 and then again today to 30. Pretty beaten up. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna keep it on bounce watch. Yeah, it's pretty beaten up. So, and big volume the last few days. Maybe found support today. ABIO, which I actually called. Buffalo put this on my radar. Let me show you what it looked like. It looked about like this when Buffalo put it on my radar, and I put it on a chart and thought, you know what, we're getting close to the end of the day, and if this thing closes strong, it might be one of those. Might run at the end of the day and be one of those that even moves higher in after hours, which is what I said over the mic. And the call was just right here when it came up to 72. Worst case stop, like 2 or 3 cents below, I think. And look what happened. It ended up going all the way to 82, and right now in after hours it's at 85. So it did exactly what we said. But I do want to tip my cap to Buffalo for putting that on watch. And that strong close, it absolutely goes on watch tomorrow. Had a nice trade in it this afternoon. Another real quick, I want to give Wayne props because Wayne called MYND in the pre-market. He said that's my #1 sleeper pick, and which means we're going to see if it gives a setup, and it absolutely did. He called it red to green on this. See this opening 2-minute candle here? So we had that kind of sellers come in, and as it comes back through red to green, which was over $1.07, over $1.71, and we always try to pick stocks that have a catalyst above. So if this goes red to green at $1.72, we still have the new high of daybreak, or the early high of daybreak of 180 just above as another catalyst. We always, if you heard me use the term stacked catalyst, we always try to take an entry where there's a very nearby catalyst, so then we're green right away. And look at that. I mean, man, that's 4 or 6 minutes or something. You had like an 80-cent move on a $1.72 basis. That was just a great call by Wayne there. And it ended up closing weak, and it closed so weak it's not even on my watch list, but I did want to share that great call by Wayne. And as day traders, we don't care if it closed weak, right? We got our money out of it. So let's see. ABIO is on the watch list. I'd already talked about that one with that strong close. MTSL. You know what? What? I'm going to pull this off the list. It's not that interesting. I mean, you could easily, I wouldn't tell you not to watch it because of this action back here, and it is hitting the 20-day, but I don't know. It's just not that interesting. I thought it had a stronger close than it did. All right, so let me move on. Take-Two Interactive, TTWO. Let me get this line off here now. TTWO, huge candle today. If you look at the daily chart, I always try to look and see how today's candle compared with the range of most candles, and there's a big one, right? And it has some support at 110. You also have the 200-day right there at 111.62. So a lot of times a stock gets to selling on an intraday basis and it just doesn't bounce at all. But the next day, you get a nice bounce. So it absolutely goes on watch for a bounce tomorrow. Same with Twitter. Twitter, 2 big days down in a row nearing the 200-day. I'd love to see it sell off and pierce the 200-day and then look for a bounce around there. But we don't know how it's going to trade tomorrow. But that TWTR goes on watch. And I went ahead, and since I put Twitter on watch, I put Facebook on watch too, because it's also pretty beaten up. So we're watching both of those social media plays for possible bounces tomorrow. But remember, I do not hold overnight. So these are just looking for intraday trades. V-Ray had a nice pop here. Lower high, lower high, lower high. Kind of a narrow range today. And on 15-minute candles, you can see. Now let's go to 5s. This one had a nice close. Look at the volume at the close, closing up near the high of day. So this one continues to be on bounce watch for tomorrow. There were no trades, no calls in it today. It was on bounce watch, but definitely goes back on bounce watch tomorrow. SYY, kind of like that Take-Two Interactive, kind of like TTWO, another huge candle. Look at the daily chart. You don't see really any candles this size, big volume. It has some nice consolidation in this area. I always look to the left, and it's got some consolidation, so we'll see if it gives any kind of setup tomorrow. CBS, another one. 2 big days down in a row. It's got nice support around 50 bucks. So if it gets down there, I'll be looking for a bounce. Electronic Arts, EA, 3 ugly red days in a row, nearing that 200 day. And this is what I mean by there was some weakness in the market. I mean, the market didn't. When you look at the SPY, it doesn't look like the market was terrible, but a lot of kind of big names were fairly ugly in the last couple of days. So anyway, Electronic Arts, a great candidate in my opinion for a bounce, especially if it can get down the 200 day. And then lastly, TAIT closed pretty strong on decent volumes. They had this big 2-day pop here, but gave it all back. This secondary pop, nothing, chopped around. But then today, closing pretty strong. So this is on watch for a follow-through day tomorrow. That's everything. We're going to add some pre-market not pre-market earnings plays, but pre-market gappers. We'll see what's getting volume in the pre-market and add them to our possible gap and go list. And I have 6 monitors. One of my monitors every morning is dedicated just to what we add in the pre-market for a possible gap and go play. So we'll add to this list, and there'll be plenty to watch tomorrow. Check out the links below for some special offers. I'm not going to babble anymore. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good night.